We're rocking and rolling to the beat, everybody, on a Friday, TGIF edition of the show in my own words with yours truly, Stephen Smith of Touchdown Alabama Magazine. As always, folks, be sure to give a thumbs up, give a like on the show, hit that subscribe button, turning all of those notifications on so that way you can have the best in news, notes, updates, and content on your Crimson Tide as we're streaming this not just only through YouTube, but Facebook. Shouts out to all my Facebook people out there. We're coming to you as well. But we jump on over to the In My Own Words hotline. We pick up the man, the myth, the legend, everything you want in recruiting. This guy has it like nobody's business. That being Justin Smith of Touchdown Alabama Magazine. Justin, it's Friday, man. I hope you're doing well.
Yeah, I'm doing well, Steven.
It's awesome to have you on. So, Justin, with football being back, I know the last time that you were in here on the show, you talked about how there may not be as many visits, recruiting visits, official and unofficial visits that we would have liked to see. But now with football back, can you speak to maybe, Alabama opening up some of those visits for these recruits moving forward?
Yeah, I can see that now, possibly being a possibility. Right now, my prediction will be if they do have visits this upcoming season, I think they will only host the official visits at this point. That will be my prediction for today. As of today, with how the current circumstances are laid out, I do think it is a way for them possibly to get a limited amount of official visits, possibly 5 to 10 guys a weekend, so those guys can at least get their official visits in.
Interesting right there. So, Justin, I know you are right now in Mobile. You are spending some time with 2021 linebacker, 4-star linebacker commitment, one Deontae Lawson, getting the chance to be around him, talk to him, get a vibe for how he is trying to prepare, not just for his senior season, but also, soon sign that letter of intent for the University of Alabama. How was your time with Deontae Lawson? What were you guys able to really do and, kind of gauge what's his vibe right now moving forward toward his senior year?
Well, Deontae Lawson is an excited kid at this point in time. He's excited to get his football season started as they will begin official practice on Monday as far as starting their fall camp, as the high school football season will kick off on August 21st inside the state of Alabama. So he's very excited at this moment. I think his commitment is very firm to the Tide at this very moment. But he is a very impressive kid, a kid who likes to work hard, a kid that really impresses on the football field, but off the football field as well. And going back to when I talked about those official visits possibly happening, he told me that he really wants to go on his official visit, and I'm pretty sure that several other recruits in his 2021 recruiting class want to do the same. And I think the NCAA could try to work around to possibly get those official visits in this season. Everything is in the air at this point, but with Deontae Lawson telling me that he definitely wants to go on their official visits, maybe they can come to a conclusion of where those guys could possibly get on campus for official visits.
If you're just tuning into the show on a Friday, ladies and gentlemen, we got the lead scouting and recruiting analyst for Touchdown Alabama Magazine, Justin Smith, here on the line talking 2021 class here for the Crimson Tide. And Justin, Amarius Mims, one of the biggest offensive line targets in this class, in this cycle, someone of whom Coach Saban, Alabama, very high on. Mims is deciding to move his commitment to October 14th. Kind of speak to that. And in your mind, what made Mims kind of go this route and pushing that commitment date back to the 14th of October?
Well, I think it's pretty simple. When you look at guys in this point in time with the current recruiting landscape in mind, it's pretty simple to realize what they plan, where their plans are aligning. It's basically just he wasn't sure about his decision at this moment, so he wanted to push it back to the original commitment date, which is in October. I think this opens the door for him to possibly take some visits, at least get to see the teams that he is considering in action this upcoming season. So I think that is something that he is considering. I'm pretty sure he was unsure if he pushed that commitment date back, but I think this is going to go over well for everybody in the run for Mims to get a chance to possibly roll out what they would do this upcoming season, get to show a product on the field to go along with their recruitment, and this possibly opens the door for him to get on somebody's campus before he announces.
Now, two of the people you've spoken with, Justin, in this class, four-star outside linebacker Dallas Turner and four-star offensive lineman Terrence Ferguson, you got a chance to have an interview with both guys, spend time with both guys, and just from talking to you, these two seem really excited to get to Alabama, to be dogs on this team, to be impactful players. Kind of touch on what did these two young men tell you about their feelings, their emotions, their excitement about coming to Alabama?
Well, everyone is excited. Every prospect in this 2021 recruiting class that is committed to the Tide at this point are very excited about being committed to Alabama. Going back to my conversation with Dallas Turner, he said he feels this 2021 class could possibly come in and make an immediate impact as soon as they get on campus. You have Terrence Ferguson, a four-star offensive lineman out of Georgia who is committed to the Tide as well. When I got a chance to contact him and get a chance to talk with them a little bit, he talked about it being a great honor for him to be a part of the best offensive line class ever, possibly. When I got a chance to catch up with Deontae Lawson, he showed that same excitement about this 2021 class. He said he feels that they have some dogs in this class. He said they are loaded at this point, and he's excited to see what the future will hold for this 2021 recruiting class. So this 2021 class, in my mind, is very excited about getting on campus, although they haven't been able to take any visits. Most guys are pretty locked in with the Tide at the moment, and they are ready to roll as soon as they get on campus in the future.
If you're just tuning into the show, folks, on a Friday, we got the lead scouting and recruiting analyst on the phone right now for Touchdown Alabama Magazine. One Justin Smith talking 2021 recruiting here for the Tide. Now, one guy, Justin, that's looking to make his commitment here pretty soon is four-star defensive end Monkell Goodwine. Monkell Goodwine, on August the 15th, Goodwine is looking to have his move. Could he possibly, or do you see, Goodwine choosing the Tide on August 15th?
Yeah, I can definitely see that. This is a guy who has visited the University of Alabama in the past, so they do have a visit in the bag as far as their recruitment and their push for him. The Tide was the first team to actually host them for any type of visit. I got a chance to talk with them after that first visit, and he told me that it was a blown away type of experience, getting a chance to talk with Nick Saban, getting a chance to work out in a camp during last summer as well. So the Tide has seen him in action. They have stayed in contact with them. Multiple members of the Tide's coaching staff, including Nick Saban, who actually had a Zoom call with them a couple of weeks back, and he told me that he loved the Tide's coaching staff when I talked to him the last time. I did write an article on that on touchdownalabama.com. Be sure to read that article. It goes in deep detail about where the Tide stands and Monkell push for Monkell as far as his recruitment is concerned, as he is possibly going to announce his commitment on August 15th. I think the Tide is the leader as of today.
Now, when you look at just in terms of the quarterback position, Coach Saban loves to get at least one quarterback per recruiting class, and for the 2021 group, we will see if Alabama moving forward can hit on the signal caller offensively, but it is looking at a quarterback for the 2022 class, and you were down there checking him out, one Tanner Bailey, a big-time prospect here. So from you being down there at Gordo High School, watching Bailey go through drills, throw the football around, just looking at his demeanor, what he brings to the table, what do you like about Tanner Bailey thus far?
I think Tanner Bailey is a very unique kid, especially coming from a smaller school inside the state of Alabama. What he can do at the quarterback position is very impressive. Coming from a 3A high school in Gordo, I think he's one of the top quarterbacks in the 2022 recruiting class. Easily, his ability to fit the ball into tight holes is really, really impressive. And when I talked to Deontae Lawson, we actually talked about Tanner Bailey a little bit because Mobile Christian was the school that eliminated Gordo in last year's playoff, and he said he's really impressed with Tanner. He really likes the way that Tanner plays, and it is really a challenge to go up against a quarterback like that. So this is definitely one of the top quarterbacks in the 2022 recruiting class. So many other teams have jumped on this bandwagon, including the Oregon Ducks. You look at Miami, LSU, Auburn, Alabama. He said he has been in contact with all of those schools throughout this recruiting dead period. So his recruitment battle is going to be a scrappy battle as multiple teams try to go after their next great quarterback out of the state of Alabama.
Now, of course, I feel like a lot of these young athletes, these recruits, have been looking at what Alabama has done with its sports performance building, the new locker room, the new sports science department, and how Alabama is going about making sure that these players, not just great athletes, but they have all the amenities needed to help them out on the field and in the community. So just from you talking to these recruits, what have they been telling you about what they like about the sports performance staff of Ballou and Ray, the new locker room, the new sports science building? Have they shown you their interest on how much they like the new digs around here?
Yeah, they have definitely expressed that. I mean, they have said that Ty's coaching staff has shown them those new locker rooms, the new performance center, everything. They have shown their top targets in each recruiting class via Zoom calls, via video calls, getting a chance to virtually give those guys virtual tours. So the recruits have definitely seen that, and they are definitely taking notice. I think this is something that every major program has, some of the top facilities. You definitely have to have that to be competitive. As far as the Tide is concerned, I think it's a cherry on the top for them because I think their reputation really is what speaks for itself as far as their winning tradition, their tradition of constantly producing NFL talent. I think that speaks for itself. I think having the top performance facilities and everything like that is just a cherry on the top for the Tide.
He's Justin Smith, ladies and gentlemen, the lead scouting and recruiting analyst for Touchdown Alabama magazine. As always, coast to coast, state to state, city to city, scouting, recruiting, breaking down these athletes like nobody else does it. So appreciate you, Justin, as always, taking time to come on the show, give your analysis, your expertise on Bama recruiting. Be sure to check out his show, The Process, every Tuesday and Thursday on Touchdown Alabama's YouTube channel. Justin, be safe, be good, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Stephen.
Always awesome getting a chance to talk to Justin as he was with Deontae Lawson this week, and he will continue this trek around the country scouting and recruiting, scouting and analyzing, as I should say, these young athletes here for the Tide. But we take another break here. Don't touch that dial, folks. When we get back, we entertain more of your phone calls, your thoughts, your tweets, your text messages, your concerns. Let's have a conversation on this Friday when we return to In My Own Words.
T-Town Menswear in the University Mall in Tuscaloosa. Touchdown Alabama magazine is Alabama football's premier publication. A subscription to Touchdown Alabama magazine is the perfect gift for any Alabama fan. For exclusive news and information, recruiting updates, a free annual print magazine, and more, go to touchdownalabama.com and click join. Only $5.95 per month or pay $49.95 for a full year subscription. That's a saving of almost $22. Go to touchdownalabama.com today and roll Tide.
Thank you for watching Touchdown Alabama Magazine's YouTube channel. To continue to get the best in Alabama football content, subscribe here and turn on your notifications to stay connected with the hottest shows covering your Crimson Tide.